Greetings, greetings, earthlings, and welcome back, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elle. The goal of my ASMR videos is to help you to rest, reset, connect, rest, reset, and connect. Today's video, I've got a Biltmore mansion Biltmore mansion haul, and a story time. We just got back from a romantic getaway to Asheville, North Carolina. I'm based in Charlotte, North Carolina, if you were wondering. And so the Biltmore is only about 2 hours away from me. I grew up going to the Biltmore with my parents and staying on the property. Really privileged, beautiful memories of visiting the Biltmore. And if my dad had a seminar or any work-related CLE type of thing he needed to do, he would always try to do that at a place that would be fun for the whole family, or for me and Mom, while he did the work thing. So it's such a special place to me. I've been with my parents for many years, celebrated my bachelorette party there. We did like a weekend girls trip to Asheville, and one of the activities we did was the Biltmore and their winery. I have been with my husband at pretty much all stages of our relationship, like dating and engaged, and then married. And I promise you, every time I go, it restores me. Probably because it is so special to me and has been for so many years. But it's so funny because it's a giant mansion, really cool history, and so many fun historical facts tied to it. Also, it is, because it's a mansion, it's huge, and it takes hours and hours and hours, and it takes actually a lot out of you to get through it all. So I think it's funny that every time I go, I like find a little piece of myself and feel restored, because it does also wear you down walking around to that giant property, darling. But one of you commented that you're going, I think, next week. Hi, I love you, and I My gift shop goodies, gift shop goodies, gift shop goodies, gift shop goodies. I do have several bags for us to enjoy, and I got a super soft sweatshirt as well. So I will show you the items. Tap on the items. Tippy taps, whispered chitty chats about tips and fun things about visiting the Biltmore, in case any of you ever go. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I hope you enjoy. If you are watching, don't forget to subscribe and join our little community. Thank you guys for oh my god, I almost said 5,000. 1,500 we hit this week, and I am so grateful. Don't forget to join us, Earthling. Join us. If you want to know where my brain is at, I'm coming up on 2 years since I started this channel, and I'm so excited. I can't believe it's been 2 years. It's really flown by. But I was thinking about trying to just kill myself, like break myself really, and go as hard as I can with filming, and like basically try to post as much as I possibly can in the next few weeks to try to hit like 2,000 and 5,000 and 10,000, because just truthfully, which this is like embarrassing for me to share with you, so just between us, okay? I'm like a little bit embarrassed that I'm not like quite where I thought I would be with my channel, and like falling victim a little bit to some comparison, which is dumb. Like I need to stop it, but it's just, sometimes you do it, and I'm like thinking and like trying to manifest and really believe in myself that I can grow my channel, because for the first like year and a half, I would say, I really thought no one will ever see this, and maybe I kind of manifested that in a way. I don't know. It's probably dumb, and I won't take away any more of your time on that. But that's what my 5,000 versus 1,500 slip was about. Honestly, I would do this channel have the blue roofing, and both are actually, well, the Disney castle is based off of the Neuschwanstein. Sorry, in English it means the New Swanstone. So, a little bit of crossing, blended languaging. What? Blending the languages there for a second. But the Biltmore they really built more, didn't they? So, the Biltmore was actually built in either the 1910s or the 1920s. That's when they started building it, I believe. I do remember hearing on the tour of the house that they opened it to the public in about the late 1930s, I think. Opened it to the public for tours. A bell went off because I'm like, wow, that is when we are not even recovered from the Great Depression yet. So I'm sure it was such a spectacle and like so intriguing to so many people, but I just share that with you and remind you of that time because it's the only way I really know how to explain the grandeur and unmatched nature of the Biltmore Mansion at the time, because it was such a time of depression, economic depression, moral depression. I mean, like, our country was not doing well. So, for this to be being erected and coming up at the same time that our economy was collapsing is quite fascinating to me. This was one of the only houses, right? I mean, shacks, really, in the area that had a refrigerator. It was the first house in really the southeast region of the United States to have a refrigerator. So, descendants of people who visited the Biltmore, worked at the Biltmore, still to this day talk about how their ancestors knew of it as, and spread the word about it as, the house with the best milk in the country. Which is because they had a refrigerator to keep it cold, you know? Like, think about that and really sit with it and let it blow your mind, because, I mean, no, it's not like a super ultra important part of history, like in the grand scheme of our country's history or the world's history or anything like that, but things like that fascinate me, and my brain will like go on little rabbit hole journeys, while the rest of me dissociates from reality, of course. And it's so actually like really great for trauma responses. It's not. Anyway, I can think about stuff like that for hours, and it truly does fascinate me. If I stop and let it, I'm like, I mean, can you imagine tasting like warm weather temperature milk for your whole life? And then you visit this place, which already looks like this. You've never seen anything like it before. And they actually have non-sour, like to you, freezing cold milk. I mean, you really would think you had died and gone to heaven. But it's just such a cool place to visit and like look back at history. And in case it's new to you, I am happy to answer any questions in the comments. And I really should have like researched before I did this video, but yes, this is just a family home. I know I mentioned like a king's castle and Disney World, and no, this is not a resort or anything like that. It is truly like America's largest and one of the first, if not the first, mansions. So yeah, family home. I think they lived in it until, I really couldn't tell you, maybe like the 30s or 40s, and then they fully turned it into what it is today, which is a beautiful historic place you can go tour. Let's see. Biltmore Estate is privately owned and operated by George Vanderbilt's descendants and receives no government funding. Therefore, your purchase assists in the renovation and preservation of Biltmore as a private, profitable, and working estate. So truly it's known as the Biltmore Estate, not the Biltmore Mansion, by the way. And it is owned and operated by George Vanderbilt's descendants, which is George Vanderbilt and his wife are who built the mansion. I can't remember if his wife's name was Edith and their daughter was Cornelia, or vice versa. I think it was he married Edith and then Cornelia was their daughter who took over running it with her husband. $14. Yeah, I wish I would have gotten the other one. These are just, this is a metal sign. They had two different ones, both with like a sunset sky, and the other one had Biltmore across the top. And they kind of like were different, but same, you know what I mean? Like they matched and were supposed to be like somewhere together in a collage on your wall. And I was like, you don't need one of each, Elle. See, and now I have regrets. I will just have to live with them until I go back and pay $100 for my next Biltmore ticket. I do love the blues and the pinks in this though. Asheville, North Carolina. Trashville, I'm just kidding. Smashville, I'm just kidding. Those are all things I saw on t-shirts and hats while I was there, not at the Biltmore. God no, like in downtown Asheville. The Vanderbilts would never say that, darling. Gotcha. is what they are ensuring by taking reservations. So don't do what we did on our romantic getaway and show up in your cute ass little outfit at like 10 a.m. on a Saturday and wait in the line, and get up to get a ticket and them tell you, oh, sweetie, we're only taking reservations these days, silly goose. Would you like to come today at 3:15 to 3:45 entry, or tomorrow at 9 a.m.? So, long story short, we didn't know about the COVID reservations, and we did have to get tickets for the next day and come back the next morning. So just plan ahead due to COVID, and that way you will just have your ticket as you arrive on the property instead of having to stop off to the left to the ticket office like we did. This gift is really special to me because this was a free gift that our waitress at the Stable Cafe just gave to us, one to me and one to Thomas. She said that we were her favorite table of the day, and she gave us these. How sweet is that? And it's such a pretty, nice pin. These were probably like $20 in the gift shop. I have no idea, but I thought that was so kind and wonderful. I will treasure it forever. So sweet. It's very heavy, very nice, and came in this nice little paper sleeve. But just did not expect that. It made our day. Speaking of the Staple Cafe and these items in the gift shop, once you tour the house, you will. It'll be like 2 to 3 hours in the future, but you will kind of come out and you'll have the option to either go over to the right, which is like the terrace, and there's a greenhouse and beautiful flower gardens that are unfortunately dead right now, but the greenhouse is stunning. Or you can go over to the left. So actually, I'll show you. Upon the ending of your tour, you will come out the front mansion steps. You can either go over this way and check out the terrace, on down, and down a hill to the further path you will find the greenhouse, statues, stunning sights to be seen. If you come out of the mansion and you'll go to the left, you will eventually come to a little gift shop area. It is a little coffee shop, a Stable Cafe restaurant, and multiple gift shops, a toy shop for kids, a candy shop, Christmas ornament and Christmas theme shop, a bookbinders shop, which is where I got this book, and of course the main gift shop and wine tasting bar. So hope that gives you a good idea. I highly recommend that you make You have to ask and wait for one to be available, but it's so worth it. They are just wood and wrought iron stalls. They literally look like something out of Beauty and the Beast when he and Ginger go to live at the rich lady's mansion, the one that hooks them up to the carriage and makes them try to like hack. We hate, we do not stand, but oh yeah, I just remember the one scene where she like brings him inside to have him paint it, and he takes a shit on the floor. We stand Black Beauty. We do not stand that lady. Okay, just to be clear. But yeah, it looks just like that lady's mansion in the movie and her stables. You know, like when their hooves clip clop because it's such nice stone, and there's like the wrought iron bars in the stall. I'm assuming you've seen Black Beauty. Anyway, it's just like that, and you'll love it, and it's so magical because you also love Black Beauty, and it was a formative movie for you. So I'm so excited about this. It was the last one, and I got it to read to you guys, but also Thomas and I got it for our Sunday kids, and it's just so pretty. We just had such a good time in Asheville. But it's just got different places, and the Biltmore is one of them, which I think is so sweet. Good night to the Biltmore house and Asheville's music scene. Oh, a little shout out to the Orange Peel bar. I saw Hanson there when they got back together. I think I was in college. But yeah, it's just like a beautiful watercolor, and I'll read it to you sometime. The next item I got is Cedric Vanderbilt to you, Cedric to me. But Cedric Vanderbilt is the Vanderbilt's dog, and he was a Saint Bernard. His ghost still haunts. No, I don't know anything about that, but he was just the love of their life, and he's in so many of their pictures and writings, and it's really crazy if you think about it. That again, one of the many tiny little details that I just will let enthrall me for hours. I cannot get over the fact that I was watching the little slideshow about him, and it was all black and white pictures, and like him towering over like a little 4-year-old Cornelia Vanderbilt, or you know, going hunting, or like a family portrait. And I just could not get over the fact that those were all portraits that were set up. You know, like he was never like just came up and licked somebody and they like stuck their iPhone out and were like, "Seti, my boy." And it's like crazy to me that blows my mind, because that was like not to sound like I walked to school in the 10-foot snowstorm, because I didn't by any means. My dad drove me in his Escalade, but it was kind of like that for me growing up too. Like we had Kodak, you know, disposable cameras, occasionally like take pictures on trips and on the bus and like take selfies and stuff. Whose hair is in my mouth? Because, but I mean, like, even though you couldn't see the result of it right away, you could take pictures in the moment, ultimately, you know, and, I almost called it vlogging, but family videos, home videos, and vlogging in that sense was super popular with parents of the 90s and early 2000s. So I not the same experience at all as the Vanderbilt family, unfortunately, but it's crazy. It's really kind of wild to think that the like 10 to 12 pictures that they had in the slideshow of their beloved family pet were probably planned like days in advance, or you know, just like had to be like a set up photo with somebody that could work a camera back then. So I am going to read to you from his card really quick. It says, Cedric is named for a real dog that lived in Biltmore House. The Vanderbilts loved St. Bernards, and Cedric was one of their favorites. A big dog with a big heart and cheerful personality. Our lovable version captures his playful puppyhood when he is eager for adventure. Like all members of his family, Cedric is ready to cuddle, romp, and be a devoted companion. All of the Vanderbilts stay ready to romp. I love my brain. She's really got my back. This is the other metal design that I was trying to talk to you about. So it's across the bottom, but it's like Gatsby lettering. And I wanted it so bad, but I just got the postcard version, which is $13 cheaper. It's not really making sense. I'll get it next time I go back. Why did I do that? But I forgot I got the little postcard version so that I could decide if I wanted the metal version. I do. I knew that in the gift shop. See, I try to be reasonable with my purchases. And this is what happens to me. I just found this little brochure. It's our visit guide. And I was a little bit off. The mansion was completed in 1895. It still truly does blow my mind, though, that they opened it to the public, I believe, in 1928 to help with upkeep and funding. So, 1895, and then, like, basically the Great Depression. And boom, they opened it to the public. So basically it's been a really long time getting built. Fascinating to me. So another tip for you about visiting the Biltmore estate. Established 1895. I should have just looked at some of the other bags. But you have a lot of things included with your ticket that you should really take advantage of, because the tickets are about $100 plus tax. So I believe our 2 tickets were right at like $210. So you really want to plan ahead, save for it, and make the most of it. I mean, just fully plan to spend 8 hours there, like it's a full day thing. The tour of the house will be about 2 hours. For us, it was 2 hours, and we've been many times, so I would actually say maybe 3 to 4, if you want to like stop and take everything in. Ubers and Lyfts do have the luxury of dropping you off at the door of the mansion, which was really cool for my bachelorette party. That was fun. But we did have to make friends with the Uber driver and get his cell phone number, and one of the girls had to be texting with him and planning ahead, because if we had wanted to get to the mansion, from the mansion to the winery, without him, we would have been doomed. It would have been a full day walk. So he was on standby to come back and get us and take us from the mansion to the winery. And Thomas and I drove. So we could have gone from the mansion to the winery, but we just decided to do it in the gift shop. All the same opportunities available to you in terms of what you get to taste and that sort of thing. You get to taste four. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just kind of told the wonderful sommelier what we wanted. So we did decide to buy 3 wines while we were there. They were doing a special, and it made sense. There are certain Biltmore wines you can only get on the estate. They are limited estate-only releases, and this is one of them. You'll note that if you've seen Biltmore wine in the grocery store, the label is quite different, and that is because it's a limited edition, only available on the property, which give me those exceptional, special grapes that nobody else can have. Okay. I want artistry and skill in each bottle, and I will pay for it. So we did end up getting a red wine and 2 white wines. The white wines were just so good. So dangerously good. Good summer wines, you can drink them like water, but they taste very nice. So highly recommend the wine tasting. So the last item I got, my therapist told me to buy this, so I don't want to hear it. Okay. I'm kidding. My therapist did tell me, do not cancel this vacation last minute. Do not feel guilty any single second that you're on it. Do not work during the vacation. And most importantly, get yourself something that will remind you of the trip for the rest of your life and will help you remember how hard you worked to achieve the trip and how special it was and how needed, and will remind you to make time for similar trips in the future, because I'm really bad about taking time off from work, and days that I do take off, I last minute will just be oh, there's so much to be done, I'll just work. I'm trying to change that about myself. So the second I saw this, I fell in love with it, and I thought, I don't know if I should get something so nice. And then I thought, yeah, this, if any time is the time, it's now. So I did it. So they had all different necklaces These are cubic zirconias, and this is sterling 18 karat rose gold, so that means cubic zirconia and rose gold plated. And it's just so pretty. I can't wait to wear it every day. Now that I've shared it with you, I can. And listen to how funny this little care card is. So, their tagline, I'm assuming Biltmore ordered a bunch of these from this brand called Chrisloo. It says, lifetime warranty, 100% hypoallergenic, finished in pure platinum, 18 karat gold or 18 karat rose gold. Oh, so it's not plated. Nice. Handset flawless cubic zirconia. And then it says, Chrisu, wear it always. Wear it always. Lifetime warranty. You better believe I'm gonna register it. And it says treat Chrisloo the same as you would treat fine jewelry without any of the worry. Use soap and water. No, I will not be doing that. Use soap and water, jewelry cleaner, or steam to keep sparkling like new. Yeah, we'll try those latter two options. And then the back is what made me cackle. Are you ready? Chrisloo, wear it always. Wear it with confidence. Wear it with love. Wear it loud. Wear it soft. Wear it for the dog. Let me just start over. Okay? And we're just gonna breeze past the dog thing. Wear it with confidence. Wear it with love. Wear it loud. Wear it soft. Wear it for the dog. Wear it with satin, with flannel, with wool. Never with cotton. It doesn't say that, but I cannot. Do not even put it in the same room as polyester. Cashmere. Fine. Okay. Wear it for the dog. Wear it with satin, with flannel, with a wool. Wear it in the surf and in the shower. Or wear it with nothing at all. Chrisloo. I have no words. I can envision myself certainly wearing it with flannel, certainly wearing it with nothing at all. I will not be probably wearing it with confidence, as most things I do. But for you to ask of me to wear it for the dog, I want a restraining order against you, Chrisloo. I really do.